The FWWMUN was the conference that we attended in New York. They're an organization organized by college students to create this opportunity for mostly high school students, but some college students as well.
Basically the model of the real-life United Nations where they solve world issues.
We were each assigned 2 themes that were really related to the committee we were put in. So for me, I was put in the Economic and Financial Committee.
You go as delegates of a specific country and you talk about that country's problems and things that they need improvements on, or that country can help improve other countries within their country to help them. So mine was really a lot on equality for women, and a lot of it was hard because in other countries, their country is based off of a religion that doesn't believe in equality for women. So it's kind of hard to push that forward.
I was an advisor to our MUN club organization group at Rainier. Mr. Varka sent out this really cool opportunity and I forwarded it to all of my mentees to be able to check out. Later saw that 2 of my mentees had applied and gotten full ride scholarships to at least go and do the housing there. Apart from that, there were more scholarships available, and so the organization was encouraging me to see if more students wanted to come, and we wanted to have an actual delegation from our school. And then of course I slowly realized they can't even go until they have an adult going with them as a representative from the school, and so I said, hey, I'll do that. So I just kind of got I fell into this role, and so it's pretty cool.
I heard of MUN from Mrs. Mosquera. She reached out to some people and was trying to get some more people who could support with the writing process and then also with the chaperoning process.
I actually saw every single student do things and participate that exceeded my expectations, especially for each personal student. And I think fighting through some personal anxiety and fear of speaking in front of people that they don't know, all those different things, that was for me the coolest thing to see. I also definitely think that everybody pushed themselves either with speaking or with talking to people that they've never met before. I think that in a lot of ways, everyone was able to take away growth in one of those areas. So I hope and I think that everybody was affected positively by this conference. Let's see. I was surprised at how, this doesn't have to do with the actual conference, but the trip, I was surprised at how pros we were in the airport for different reasons. This is the first time I've taken a school trip on a plane ever before, and I was honestly, even more than the conference, I was most nervous about the air travel and the security and all of that. And so it went really smoothly for, the whole process went very smoothly.
Overall, I thought it was a good trip. I think students were able to experience a lot in terms of what was being asked of them. I think was of a level that's often not what we ask of them on a day-to-day basis. I thought that was good for a lot of students. Just being exposed to different world issues that are real issues and being asked to think about them it was a great experience for many students.
The second coolest thing for me to see was all of the students interact with students from outside of our state, and especially students outside of our country. It was so cool to overhear conversations with people just outside of California, outside of San Jose, and watching in the moment worlds just widen and open up just because you're in this room with all these other people from different places. Little by little, like I mentioned earlier, your mind grows, your world opens, and you start realizing, wow, there's a lot more outside of my bubble of San Jose or California.
I learned how to become a better speaker. I learned how to communicate better with other people. Personally, I don't get to talk with people from different countries around the world all in one room, and we all come from different backgrounds, so that was something new, and the way how we greeted each other was different.
It was really formal, but it wasn't overly formal, and it was a very relaxed environment, and there wasn't any hostility whatsoever, and everyone was welcomed. But they're just really accepting of everybody, and they weren't pressuring us to do something at all. And we really only spoke about stuff if you're comfortable with it.
I hope that it opened students' eyes to issues in the world, on the one hand. On the other hand, I hope it also opened their eyes to opportunities that they might have in the world should they choose to pursue them. I think it was interesting for students to not just conceptually know that there are other types of students out there, but to interact with students from around the US and then from around the world. I think just that experience, I hope will had a positive impact.
I think my favorite part was probably within the trip. It was just spending time with my fellow delegates within my country. I also think it was basically the first day. I think the first day within meeting the people that are also in your committee.
I'll start with the New York trip, and some of my favorite parts were just walking around and seeing what we could find. That was just pretty fun. I think the first day, when we first got there, we were just walking around the area and seeing all the nice attractions and stuff like that, I guess.
My favorite parts of the trip, I loved every time someone gave a speech and I was in the room. Those were my favorite parts. I also liked the last day of sightseeing when we kind of went off on our own and got to see a lot of different things.
Be prepared. Do not, I highly recommend, do not do the position paper. It's kind of like a culture shock and you're just like, what's going on? And it's a lot for the first time. But if you go a second time, if you are lucky enough to, I think that the best part is that when you participate, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that either have not done it or have done it and understand that you are a first timer, and it is a lot to understand.
I would highly encourage you to go because it's really overall learning experience. You get to see things that you don't get to see on a daily basis, and even though it might be nervous at first, but later on you'll get used to it.
I would really suggest them to give it a try, especially talking to people who have gone before. So if someone's interested, finding somebody who went on this conference or on a different one, looking up what it is, watching videos about what it's like, and that it would help you a lot with all those skills that I mentioned earlier, speaking and interacting and research and paper writing. And then not only that, but it's a lot of fun, I think, and meeting people from around the world, getting close with them.
I would say attend. Attend. Be prepared to do some work. Be prepared to meet a lot of interesting, ambitious students, and be prepared to probably be a little scared every now and then. But definitely come. We will support you.